Welcome to this explainer. Okay, so today we're diving into a topic that I know you've been hearing absolutely everywhere lately, generative AI. This is part one of a special 10-part tutorial made just for you. We're going to walk through how to understand and, more importantly, how to actually use generative AI safely and effectively. And promise, zero confusing tech jargon.
If you turn on the evening news, flip through the morning paper, or even just chat with your family, it feels like the letters AI are practically taking over, right? Now, you've seen a lot of technology come and go over the years, so it's completely normal to feel a little curious, or maybe even a bit hesitant about what this actually means for your daily life.
Well, to help us navigate this whole new world, we're using a really fantastic resource. It's called Generative AI Safely and Effectively, a friendly guide for older adults, put together by Virtualization Options LLC, which is a research and education group out in Colorado. What's so great about this guide is how they just strip away all that confusing tech speak. We're keeping it entirely focused on practical, everyday understanding. So you are in excellent hands here.
Chapter 1. What is generative AI? Let's take this one step at a time.
Okay, let's just break down that fancy term right off the bat. Yes, generative AI is technically a computer program, but honestly, I want you to picture it more like a very smart, incredibly patient virtual assistant. It's not some sci-fi robot out to take over the world. It's literally just a handy tool designed to help you out whenever you ask it to.
So, what can this smart assistant actually do for you? Well, quite a lot, actually. It can write things, like drafting an email to your grandkids, or maybe putting together a personalized recipe card. It can answer your questions, whether you're wondering about a historical event, planning a trip, or just looking for some quick gardening tips. It can even create brand new images from scratch. And honestly, the coolest part, it can actually have a back-and-forth conversation with you. Pretty amazing, right?
Now, when we hear computer program, it is so easy to picture those complicated screens filled with green code and numbers. Let's just toss that image right out the window. Using generative AI is actually way closer to just texting a knowledgeable friend or maybe calling up a helpful neighbor to ask for their advice. It's truly that conversational.
I also want to reassure you that this isn't some distant, futuristic concept. It's out there in the real world right now. In fact, you've probably already seen it in action without even realizing it. Millions of everyday folks are already using this stuff quite happily, every single day. For instance, I'm willing to bet you've heard a news anchor or maybe a family member mention a program called ChatGPT. It's made by a company called OpenAI, and right now it is one of the absolute most popular AI tools out there. If someone recently mentioned the used AI, there's a very good chance they were talking about ChatGPT. But they aren't the only game in town. Other big technology names that you already know have their own versions that do the exact same helpful things. Google has one called Gemini, and Microsoft has Microsoft Copilot. I'm just pointing these out so that if those names pop up on your computer or your smartphone, you'll know exactly what they are. Now, our guide points out something absolutely crucial here. It says, "Good news, you don't need to be a tech expert to use AI." Consider this our big mythbuster moment for the day. You don't need a computer science degree, and you certainly do not need to know how to code. Any intimidation you might be feeling, you can just go ahead and let that go. I just love how empowering that is. The guide makes it crystal clear. If you know how to type a simple question into a computer or a phone, which, let's be honest, you probably already do when you're checking the weather or texting your family, then you already have every single skill you need to use generative AI. It really is that straightforward. Which brings us to the end of our first chapter. And it leaves us with one really exciting question. What on earth will you ask your new assistant first? Now that you know generative AI is just waiting for your instructions, I really hope you're feeling a bit more confident and a lot more curious. So, what's it going to be? Join us in part 2 of this tutorial where we'll look exactly at how to write those questions to get the absolute best answers. We'll see you then.